Group 2 will be presenting dog breed bands with group members Tyler Deason, Dayton McLeod, Angel Mondragon, Abby Newman, Madison Olivares, Sydney Orsborn, Kaylee Shoemaker, Lauren Stripmatter, Presley Warbuck, and myself, Roxana Perez.
Breed-specific legislation, or BSL, is described by many as the law that bans certain dog breeds to help minimize dog attacks on humans. Across the United States, there are numerous states that have this legislation in place, with over 700 cities actively enforcing the law. The ban is most popular for discriminating against pit bulls, but some cities go as far as to include other breeds, such as American Bulldogs, Rottweilers, Mastiffs, and many more. As for the ban's effectiveness, there is no specific evidence that proves the law is effective nor creates a safer community.
The topic question for this project is how effective are dog breed bans? Do they accomplish what they were created to do? Have they proven to make affected areas safer? And how do these numbers compare in regards to before and after the bans were in place? When looking at the effectiveness of these dog breed bans, it's important to figure out if 1. They achieve their intended purpose, 2. Have made affected areas safer for those at risk, and 3. Statistically, what positive impact do these bans have?
Many of the misconceptions about dog breeds started in the 19th century, specifically targeting dog breeds such as bloodhounds. As time passed, the expansion of these bans began to encompass breeds such as Alsatians, Rottweiler breeds, and pit bulls. The basis of their claims was that the dogs are considered aggressive and dangerous. The bans usually affect dogs that are classified as pit bull. However, this is unjust profiling based only on appearance. Based on many studies, most dog bites were on the arm and were prompted by the human aggravating the dog.
The 19th century is first when dogs were getting bad press with the start of the Bloodhound breed. This continued onto Rottweilers and Alsatians. The picture on the right shows an Alsatian, which was used in Nazi Germany to scare people. Since then, dog breed laws and restrictions have created problems with the identification of dogs. It is hard to exactly identify without DNA testing, which can be expensive. In today's age, there is an unjust profiling of animals based on their appearance. This is shown in the majority of pit bull-looking breeds, such as bulldogs and boxers. The American Kennel Club does not even recognize pit bulls as an actual breed for this reason.
When we look at the press's treatment of breed-specific legislation, there's lots of variation and differences in belief in how it should be handled. For example, the Washington Post recently published an article on how Denver, Colorado is lifting their ban on the pit bull breed and why that is a good thing. Many press articles explore either the unfairness of breed-specific legislation or how we should compromise the legislation as a whole. Many popular articles cite the CDC and ASPCA's opposition to breed-specific legislation as the outcomes are not proven to be positive from these laws. It seems like, as a whole, the media is in favor of a compromise more than legislation, citing the positive reception of Colorado's lifted ban on pit bulls but leaving in place the requirement of a breed-specific license.
While researching the scientific perspective behind dog breed bans, we found that there is a lack of evidence to support ban effectiveness. The graph to the right illustrates the findings of a study carried out over a 13-year period. In the middle of this study, breed ban legislation was introduced. However, these laws had no effect on the frequency of dog bites. Misidentification is also a proven issue with breed bans. Most of the times, breed-specific legislation targets and identifies breeds based on their physical appearance, leaving opportunity for misidentification when dog bite cases are documented.
There have been several research projects and studies that have studied the factors linked to dominance aggression in dogs. These studies have concluded that there are more owner-dependent factors behind the aggressive behavior of dogs than there are breed-specific factors. There's little to no correlation between aggressive behavior and the breed, sex, coat color, and size of a dog, while there is a significant correlation between the aggressive behavior of a dog and a lack of training and socialization, spoiling, and cruel treatment. Also, the poor public perception of breeds such as pit bulls has led to a rising number of breed bans. For example, there have been instances where someone was attacked or bitten by a pit bull, and as a result, the local government felt inclined to issue a breed ban due to a negative outcry or opinion from the public. This often results in a drastic situation where innocent animals from loving families are being taken and euthanized as a result of one owner's irresponsibility.
Since the late 1800s, profiling of large breeds began and started with labels of violent or hostile, and later dog breed bans were put in place. Based on research and collected data, the dog breed ban proves to be ineffective and discriminatory towards those of the terrier breed such as pit bulls. Evidence allows for suggestion that more aggressive breeds were either improperly trained/handled as they aged or were mistreated by previous owners. Dog bite rates have neither decreased nor increased after the ban was put in place, proving it to be unnecessary and only allows for states and countries to single out unwanted canine breeds.
Here is the list of sources that we used for the project. Thanks, and Gigum.